This video in the stress management series will help you to understand what types of situations you find stressful, as well as how you experience your stress. Awareness into your own experience is an important step for managing your stress. So, what is it that stresses you out? Whether you experience something as being stressful or not is largely dependent on how you perceive that event. It is possible that two people can experience the same event and yet can have very different reactions. For example, some people enjoy presentations, while others are terrified of even the idea of speaking in front of a class. Some people do some of their best work under the pressure of a deadline, and yet others become tense and irritable. When we think about stress, we tend to assume that situations or causes of the stress are all negative, things that you don't enjoy very much, or situations where you have too much on your plate. But sometimes positive situations can also be experienced as stressful. Things that are positive in your life can sometimes be overwhelming. Most of these experiences are stressful because they involve some sort of adjustment in your life and some sort of change. For example, starting a new school, a new relationship, moving, or changing jobs are all positive experiences that may involve some stress. How does stress affect you? It's important to understand what happens to your body when you experience stress. Each person displays their stress in a unique way. When you feel stress, do you tend to have difficulty sleeping? Do you experience fatigue, restlessness, or digestive problems? These are some of the physical symptoms of stress. When you're in a stressful situation, do you tend to isolate yourself from friends or family? Do you find that you tend to be impatient with others? Or do you avoid certain things or procrastinate in stressful times? These are some of the common behavioral responses to stress. Do you usually feel afraid, sad, or frustrated in stressful situations? When you're stressed, do you tend to worry a lot? These are some of the common emotional responses to stress. Do you have difficulty concentrating or making decisions? Do you find you have a negative attitude or negative self-talk? These are some of the common cognitive symptoms of stress. Many people experience a variety of combinations of these symptoms when in stressful situations. The first step to managing stress is to understand our own personal stress experience. Think about the last time you remember being stressed. How did you react? Take note of what type of responses you usually have, whether it's physical, emotional, behavioral, cognitive, or all four. For example, a calculus exam causes the physical response of a rapid heartbeat and sweaty palms, a behavioral response of being irritable, a cognitive response of having difficulty concentrating, an emotional response of fear. Becoming aware of what types of situations you find stressful and how your body reacts can help you to manage the stress in the future. Not all stress is negative. Some stress can help you focus, concentrate, and perform. It keeps you alert. The adrenaline that is released sharpens awareness and enables you to reach your peak efficiency. Some people do their best work under pressure. There are some advantages to stress, but it's all about finding a balance. How much is too much? How much is too little? Really depends on you. The Yerkes-Dodson Human Performance Curve explains the relationship between the level of stress, or arousal, and performance. This diagram shows that there is an optimal range of stress where our performance is at its highest level. Basically, this graph shows us that the right amount of stress can improve our performance on a given task, whether it's a test or a ballet recital. But if there's too little or too much stress, our performance will be affected in a negative way. Now that you know what stresses you out and how you experience your stress, it's time to learn how to cope with it. Watch the next video in the stress management series to learn tips on how to cope with stress.